if you don't know what a go bag is, it's not to be confused with like a bug out bag. I think more people now maybe know what a bug out bag is. A bag that you have ready and prepared to use when shit hits the fan. Usually bug out bags are filled with supply and gear that are meant to keep you alive in a situation where you leave your home. Does that make sense? Something happens and you need to leave your home and go to some other place to seek shelter or protection, or build a shelter maybe. Yeah, and I think that if you want to take the first steps into being prepared for whatever might be thrown at you, I think you should start with your go bag before you build a bug out bag. And I also think that, but after watching a lot of these videos with bug out bags, I don't know how to say this, but it's a lot of people who are just like gear nerds. That's my impression on a lot of, like a huge part of this community. Like people, they buy really fancy stuff and they like to show it off in videos. Like, yeah, look at my latest $10,000 knife that I put in my bag here. I'm ready to deal with anything. Like, it's a lot of focus on stuff. It's not so much focus on training yourself and how you should think. It's mostly gear. Sounds a bit ironic now when I'm gonna do a gear video here, but that's my impression of these videos after I've started watching them a lot. I'm just a random dude who thinks about these things a lot, and for me it's as normal as like breathing. I have a family. I live out in the woods. I need to be able to deal with shit. I've spent 10 years of my life working for the rescue service. I guess I learned a thing or two there also. I was brought up in the woods. So there's a lot of knowledge up here in this brain that I just take for granted. But by stepping into this community and watching a lot of videos, I'm starting to realize that I'm probably know a thing or two. Also, one last thing about the bug out bag and this. It's not a critique to this community, but I see the message that is being like told is like, yeah, fix your bag and fill that with cool stuff. Like, usually my impression of that is like, wait. You probably, of course, depending on where you live, a bug out bag is more important. But you should always start with, if you want to feel like prepared and ready, I think like start with your home. Like buy up what are they called? Not bottles, but these big ones that you can have water in. Like buy 5 of those. Buy pasta, buy flour, make sure that you can feed yourself and stay home. Like your first reaction shouldn't be like, let's get the fuck out of here and I'm gonna live out in the woods by myself under a tarp. Like, really? Are you really gonna live out in the woods under a tarp with your backpack and everything you got in there? I think what is being missed here is like, well, there's survival is one thing when you need to just survive, but in a survival situation it means that you go out in the woods with your tarp and your backpack, like, but from there, from the second you're there, your life is gonna start to suck more and more and more and more. Like, survival during a like limited period of time is like, it's like burning a candle. Like, your food is gonna run out, and you're gonna get wet, cold, and your supplies is gonna also like be completed. What then? Like, you got a really fancy bag, but now what? Yeah, I'm gonna live out here, build myself a hut. Like, are you really gonna do that? Yeah, I'm ranting here, but yeah, let's build the go bag, a bag that is designed to like help you in everyday life. Like, maybe something that happens a lot here in Sweden is like the train stops or is late like fucking 10 hours or something. You need to wait for a train for 10 hours in some city or some random ghost town of a train station. Maybe you run out of gas with your car, or run off the road. Like, maybe you have a kid with you in the car. Like, everyday shit that sucks if you don't have things with you or are mentally prepared for them. Like, the goal is to get a sucky situation just to suck less, not make it like paradise, but just suck a bit more, less. That's how I'm thinking. Like, what would I pack in my bag if I'm gonna go away from my home for like 1 day or something? Like, and the only thing I have with me is my clothes, my everyday carry, and this bag. Like, does it make sense? I hope it does. So, first, let's start with the bag. So, I think the bag, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't need to be like a tactical looking cool bag like this. But the good thing with like military bags or rescue bags or bags who look like this is that they usually have a lot of pockets. They have a lot of pockets. We can start with this. Out here you have this. You can put things here. That's good. You can connect things in these. And you have a big pocket here. You have another one here. You have one here with pockets in here. And on the back side you got one here also. This is pretty good. You can store a lot of stuff in this really small backpack. This is really small. And this one you could also do like this, so you can have a sling, the sling solution. This specific backpack, I bought this for I think 350 Swedish crowns. And I've been using this a lot, and I mean a lot, outdoors. I've have repaired it here also. This has been out with me in the woods for like 2 summers, and I've been working out in the woods with this as an adventure guide and outdoor guide. So it's been through hell. It's been in water, it's been through fire, almost everything, I think. It's really cheap. Like, I've used it now for 2 years, daily in periods, and it served its purpose. And if it were to like completely break down on me next year, I think I paid $35 for it. So now we're gonna choose a knife to go with this bag, and I've chosen now we're gonna choose a knife to go with this bag, and 2 different options, 3 different knives, but these are the same knife. This is a Mora Companion, and this is a Mora Bushcraft. The difference between those 2 is this is a bit sturdier, I would say, thicker blade, and it's full tang, which means that the blade goes into the handle all the way, which means that you can be rougher with it. It takes a beating more, especially if you want to use it as a tool. A knife is a tool, so I'm quite brutal with my knives and axes, and I use them as tools. These ones you can get for, I think, like $13-14. Various different colors. It's a really good knife, and it's really sharp. You can get this really sharp also. For my bag, I'm gonna go with the Bushcraft. I think this is a better all-round knife for my purposes, and I live out on the countryside, so I'm gonna use it probably quite often. But if I wouldn't, I would take one of these easily. So we start with the knife, and let's see. Can find the sweet spot for it here. Oh, look! Here we have a knife connected to the backpack. Nice. Let's see if we need some more tools, okay? If you own a multi-tool, you can put that in the backpack. I usually have a multi-tool connected to my belt, so I don't need to place it in the backpack. In my backpack, I would like to have some more sturdy tools. Let's say if I need to repair my motorcycle, or help someone by the road, or cut up a fence, or whatever you gonna need to do. I would probably place like one of these and one of these in. Would I like to have like a heavier one? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. It's good to keep it light, but come on. With this one, you can do a lot more than with this one. So, let's go with those. Or, as I said, you can have a multi-tool. So where should I put these? Do I need to have them like quick access? No, I don't. I would like to place them here. There you go. Still, it's a light backpack. The next thing is light. And I think a headlamp is way better, because it leaves your hands and arms free. You don't need to have a headlamp. It's enough with like a small regular flashlight, but this is what I would pick. And the choices I have here is basically this one that I can charge, or this one that runs with batteries. So with this I would add them, extra batteries, and with this I would need to add this power bank, USB cable, and outlet connector. I don't know what it's called. What would I pick? Ups and downs. This, I'm still gonna have this in the backpack, because I can charge my phone with this. So then you have to think, do I choose between charging my phone and my headlamp, or can I charge both of them? I don't know. Should I add another power bank? No. You know what? I'm gonna go with this. Extra batteries, longer lifetime, and I'm not gonna be taking resources from this. I can keep this on to charging my phone. So, but I'm still gonna keep this in the backpack. If you want to look really cool, you can hang all these things outside of the backpack, but I wouldn't recommend it, because they can get wet. They can be, if they take a beating, they can be destroyed. These batteries they have plastic around them, which is good. This one, I'm going to place it here. And the batteries, I'm going to place in the front. The power bank, also placing it there. Good. Now we have a knife, we got some basic tools, and we got lightning. I changed my mind there. I'm going to take a smaller one. Yeah, let's go with the smaller one. Okay. Next step, fire. Why is it good to be able to make up a fire? You can heat yourself. You can heat some sausages, have a barbecue, whatever. But it's psychological. Like we humans, we like fire. It makes us calm, and it's nice. So some matches, lighter. I'm not really a huge fan of these. Like seriously, most outdoor nerds, they're like, yeah, this is it, this is the shit. Like, these are really fucking hard to use. I know that you can learn to become a master with these, but in a fucked up survival situation, I wouldn't recommend them. Like, walk out in a wet forest or some abandoned building or something, or you can only use what you have in your car maybe, and you're gonna make up a fire with these. Like, it's not so simple. So just to be annoying, I think I'm gonna remove them. I don't know. It's good to have as a backup to the backup to the backup. Don't get me wrong. These are cool. Yeah, but pretty useless, I would say. But this really good. These ones really good if they're dry. And you got some fire starters here. This is more than enough what you need. Remember, this is a go bag. after 24 hours or something, you're most likely going to come home again, hopefully. So this is just to deal with a shitty day or situation that happens during the day. I'm adding candles. Candles are nice. And you can warm your hands over them. Maybe your car stops. You can have a cozy little candle there. Psychological benefit to it also. Maybe you have kids in the car. It's freezing cold, but it's cozy with a candle. And all these things I'm gonna place in a bag so they don't get wet. No, screw this. I'm gonna get so much hate for that, but here we go. Step is first aid, and this is if you injure yourself with maybe you cut yourself on your knife, or some of your family members get injured, or you come up to some car accident. A lot of things can happen. I've seen most of it, and it's hard to make a good first aid kit to be prepared for everything. You can't be prepared for everything, and you're also limited by your knowledge on yeah, you're probably not a doctor. If you are, good, but you can't like perform a surgery on someone, most likely. So what is it that you're gonna need to be able to deal with? Like everyday stuff and not everyday stuff. And if I were to pick just one item here, I would take one of these. First aid. Stop massive bleedings. Or I would pick this. With these two things, I would feel at least 60, maybe 70-80% calm if I'm out in the woods with my family. These two. Stop bleedings, burning, bandage burnings, whatever it might be. It also has a psychological like benefit to band-aid things. You can, if you like, you sprain your foot or something, you can, yeah, it's good to have. This really good. This can be a lifesaver, especially with car accident and like really nasty big open wounds. I would say car accident mainly, but really good to have. But for this, I'm actually gonna put these in a small bag. So this I'm gonna have out here so I can access it really fast. But here I'm gonna put another first aid, like a band-aid to stop bleedings. I'm gonna put some gloves if I need to work on other people. I'm gonna have a lot of these. I don't know what are these called in English. Plåster. I don't know. For your heels, really good. Maybe your kid cuts the finger on a rock or something. This can be really good if you're like tired, demotivated, you think that life sucks. You get some really quick energy from this. This is just like sugar. And also if you come up to or find yourself in a situation where someone is diabetic and starting to lose it. Not lose it, but lose consciousness, whatever. This is really good to have. What else? These to clean wounds, clean your hands, clean your kid's face in the car when they've eaten ice cream. These can be used to a lot of things. So how many would I take? I think I got some more here. 5 of them. It's enough to deal with an ice cream accident in the back seat of the car also. Put them there. And some like painkillers if the kid gets a fever. These, I don't know what these are called, but good to stuff on wounds. Is it something else that I need here? Yes. Clean wounds. Also, if this thing doesn't work, screw this. You can make a fire with it. Can I place this up here? Yes. This is like the minimum of what I would... Oh, the fire is getting out of control. This is the minimum. I could also add Samarin, like you got a messed up belly and you need to wait for the bus for 5 hours. Why? That sucks. I would add also, let's see, razor can be good. This, why not? The bus is late, you have an appointment, you smell like shit in your mouth. Good to have. Let's see if we can close this. I'm adding the tourniquet around it. There we go. And for this, let's see. This I'm gonna hang somewhere here. Maybe there. This I'm putting in the backpack. There we go. We have tools. We have a first aid kit. We got a headlamp, power bank. Almost forgot. Scissor. Open up close. Really good. This for removing splinters or yeah, it's good to have. I don't know where to put those, but if I want to look really cool, I can have them here. But I don't want to look really cool, so I'm gonna just place them here in the bag. Good. Step is, what should I call it? Protection, I don't know. Backup clothes. This is going to be fun to see if I can place all them in the bag. We have a jacket, waterproof. This can be like difference between life and death in a really shitty situation. Try to make it as small as possible. Place it in the bottom. Here we go. Got a jacket in there. Now I feel like, oh, nice. I got an extra jacket. Maybe I don't need it. Maybe someone else needs it. Right? What else? Socks. Wool socks. If your feet doesn't work, you don't work. That sounds weird, but these, lifesaver. See? Let's see. One of these for your head. Maybe the day you leave your home you decide that you want to show off your nice new haircut and you don't have one of these on you, so it's good to have. Balaclava, self-explanatory, really, really nice. And what else do we have? Yeah, a real man always needs to have one of these. You can cover your face, you can, if it's really shitty, you can put some alcohol gel on it and burn it. You can make a Molotov cocktail with it. I don't know what you can use it with. And one of these, let's say you're stuck on the roadside, your car has stopped, a vest. Something for your feet, a jacket, something for your head, and a vest. What else? Yes. Gloves for your hands. Really important. The things you can do with gloves and compared to without gloves, it's a lot of things. Like carrying certain objects, climbing. Your hands can take a lot of beating with gloves on compared not to. So gloves is a must. But I'm gonna hang these on the side here. Looks really awesome, right? I almost forgot the most important thing here almost. No, not the most important thing, but you can like have a rain cover on this bag. But I would rather use one of these, like a dry bag. Because you can basically shove the entire bag into this. Now you can like take it for a swim with you, or leave it in a boat, or out in the cold. You can hang it up in a tree for. You can do a lot of things with it now. So I'm adding this on the top. Energy. Power bar. Like a chocolate drink that you can mix with water, sugar, some candy. These things can transform a quite depressing situation to an like okay situation. Like if you spent the entire day out in the woods with nothing to eat Like finding one of these in your backpack is like heaven. Just some basic candy, or something happens to your kids, you're stuck in the car, whatever. Like, here, take one of these. This is not like gonna make you like full or yeah, but it's gonna help you. Definitely it's gonna help you. Also, placing them in the bag. What I would usually do when I work out in the woods, I hide candy like in the somewhere in my backpack. So when I look for other things, I usually find them randomly. I'm like, oh shit, I found the candy. It's nice. Good energy. Also, of course, this water bottle. Way more important than candy. This is the basics, I would say. And if I were to like add some just extra things, I'm probably gonna think about something else when I complete this video or this recording. But if I want to add some other things, like a spoon, always good to have. I would like to add these, like towels. I don't know what they're called, näsduk. Really good if you want to wipe your ass or help you make up a fire, whatever. It's good to have. Ice cream in the back of the car. One of these, quite popular. Yeah, a reflector that you place around you, keep you warm. For the mosquitoes, but this is winter now, so screw this. This, always good to have, like a strong rope. Also during winter time, one of these heaters. Yeah, why not? Throw them in there. There's still room in the backpack, so. Where is it? Oh, there it is. It's done. The weight, I don't know. Couple kilos. That's it. A go bag for, yeah, to deal with everyday, unexpected, and potentially crappy situations. I tried to be as, like, how shall I put it? Like as general as possible. Like, if I would to create a bag that is designed for rescue work, I would make that different. I would add a lot of more like first aid things. I would add more tools. I would add like axes, breaching tools maybe, things that I can cut with, cut heavier objects. If I were to prepare it for like war, I would of course create a different bag. Like, you can also place a gun on it. You can have your tomahawk on it also. Like, of course. The bag can be whatever you want it to be. I want my bag to help me in everyday life. Especially if I find myself in a stressful situation or unexpected situation with my kids. So if it's something I'm gonna add to this, I'm probably gonna go to the store and buy more candy maybe. But apart from that, I can come up to a situation where someone is injured. I can deal with some of the basic, like, life-saving things. If my car breaks down on the highway or some countryside road, hopefully I'm not going to freeze to death. But this is just some basic things, and this is how I think. I'm not saying this is right or that your bag is wrong. Like, but if you don't have any go bag at all, like, maybe these things are good to have. And also you need to train on how to use them. You just don't buy fancy stuff and place them in the bag. It doesn't matter if you have a first aid kit if you don't know how to stop a bleeding, or if you don't know how to make up a fire. It doesn't matter if you have one of these. So use the stuff, train with it. And also worth mentioning, like, this is a support bag to what I'm wearing at the moment, like my everyday carry. I probably have some more tools on me, some more knives, maybe lighter. I have good clothes on me, so this is just extra if I get wet or need to change, or maybe someone else need to have clothes. Also, if I'm in my car, I'm gonna have things in my car that can help me. But if you want to go all in prepper, you can take one of these, like, bigger bags. You can fill it with stuff so you carry around like 50 kilos and you can deal with a lot of more different situations. But this is everyday use, going back and forth from work, on your road trip. You can use it when you hike in the woods. Yeah, good to have. Yeah, I'm still a bit new to making these videos, so if it's not the top-notch quality you expected, my bad. I'm gonna get better at it. But thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something at least. I hope.